I'm about to get some stuff for my garden. Now, about 3 days ago, these were little stubs, like down little stubs. That's how fast these things grow. You really gotta keep an eye on them. So I'm just gonna snip them down and have some of these with my dinner. That was a big one there. And they are getting pretty big. Fat. Well, that's a real fat one there. Gotta be careful not to snip the new ones coming out of the ground. And also, it's really important to be careful not to pull on the crowns, because you can easily damage the crown. So what I'll do with I'll probably, because these are going to keep coming every day. So what I'm going to end up doing is I am going to ferment these. So just take some salt and water and put them in a mason jar, tall mason jar for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Just until it stops bubbling out, so the lid will stay a little loose. I'll do a little thing on that. And once it stops bubbling, throw it in the fridge, and it can be good in the fridge for about a year. If you do it right, there's ways you can do that, fermenting, and you can put it on the shelf. But it's tricky. You gotta be careful there. Could be harmful to your health. So I'll just keep snipping these. I think I'm gonna let the skinny ones go to leaf, because it's really important to allow some of your asparagus to go to leaf, right? So probably should have let that one go to leaf, probably this one, because the bushier you allow your asparagus to get, the more photosynthesis that they get throughout the summer and the fall. And you're going to have more crowns. So when I started these, I started them from seed. And I think it was actually 6 years ago, maybe longer, I forgot, right? And so I saw this fuzziness coming up after the first year, and I thought, I think that's asparagus. I forgot what it was. I had a whole bunch of other stuff planted in the area. And so they stayed there for about 3 years. Every year they'd be like a little bit bigger than the previous year, but not much. And then one year they were like tall. I thought, I think I'm gonna dig those up in winter and plant them in some big pots that I built. And they did so well in those pots. When I went to take them out to put them in their permanent place, that whole it was a big box. I'll show you in here in a minute. And that one crown, there was one crown per box, filled, the roots were actually compacted tight in those big garden boxes that I built. Just one crown. So they need a lot of root space for them to get healthy. The roots are massive. All from that one crown. Looks like a big spider. And so I'm going to be digging these up, not this season, but come winter. And so what I'm going to do in winter, next winter, is I'm going to dig up, separate the crowns. There's probably like, in here looks like 1, 2, 3. There might be as many as four crowns from the original one in here. So it looks like, so every cluster is going to be a separate crown, right? So Each one of these started out as a crown, and so it looks like I got one crown there, maybe 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 crowns there from the original one from last year. It looks like 4 over there, and maybe 2 on the end. So I'll dig all these up, and I'll actually cut most of the roots off, because they'll grow more roots. They're very rapid root growers. I noticed. Once they're in the right environment, they really take off. And so I transplanted them, and all I had was just this crown thing. I transplanted them, I think it was the end of January last year. And come spring, those crowns gave me a decent amount. They gave me about 3 times more than this here on the first growing season. And that was just crowns, right? They grew enough roots from the time I planted them in midwinter until they started to come up 2 months later, and I got some asparagus. So, and that's how I'm going to be doing this. So this whole thing here is this whole section here is going to be just asparagus. And there you go. So I'm going to go prepare these for my dinner, and I'm probably going to can a few of them, because I won't be able to eat these. These are going to be, so tomorrow I'll have to pick more, the next day more. So I'm going to get a pretty good accumulation of these, and then I'm going to ferment them. And they'll last for, like I said, a year more. I had some sauerkraut that I made, and I ate off of that. Those jarred sauerkraut for 2 years. 2 years. If it smelled good, I ate it. Our nose is going to tell us if something's not right. Right? If something goes bad, we just pay attention to our nose. It works pretty well. So I ate off the fermented asparagus, sauerkraut, cabbage for 2 years. The same batch, and it was good to the bitter end. And so now I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to make my dinner. It looks like it's 4 o'clock, so by the time I get everything made, it'll be dinner time. And I only eat one meal after 5 o'clock, and I typically make like a dessert, typically stuff from my garden, raspberry, blackberries, just stuff I put together. And I got some videos of my after dinner dessert. Pretty healthy stuff. And there we go. You have a good day. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring my bell, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good life now. Bye.